Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. Got a brand new movie review for you.
Nope.
Okay. So we don't have one. It ain't brand new. I don't know. We're going to be reviewing Nope, y'all. This is, I think, both of ours, one of our most anticipated films of 2022.
Yeah, man. Right up there with Top Gun. The trailer had me so engaged. I had all these questions and theories. Oh, it's about aliens. Oh, what's this about? Oh, what's that? What's this? And you're just playing this guessing game the whole time.
Yep.
I couldn't wait for this movie to hit theaters just to figure out what the movie's about.
Yep, and knowing Jordan Peele's track record as far as coming from Keanu,
The little cat. I like Keanu.
You got Keanu, then you have the Key and Peele show, and then you had Get Out, and you had Us. You know, we're kind of seeing like where we're gonna go with this one.
Right, because one thing he does with his trailers, you watch the trailer and you think you know what it's about, and then you go see the movie and you realize you had no idea what this movie was about.
Exactly. So we're always down for that mystery. So, you ready to get into this review?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. You might as well.
All right. Before we get into the review, let me explain how we like to review movies on J3 Entertainment. First thing first, this is a spoiler-free review. So you don't have to worry about any spoilers. We're going to make sure we get in real thorough with y'all. We ain't going to spoil nothing. We like to talk about the good. We like to talk about the bad. And we go ahead and give you guys a grade. You ready?
I'm ready.
Say, go on and get into that good, bro.
Okay, man. Right off the top, man, our actors gave us a really good performance with what they was given. It really kept me engaged because this movie was a little slow burn. So just hearing their dialogue just kind of kept me like, what's this person? You're getting to know the characters.
Yeah.
I like that in movies. Not for everybody, but I personally like it. My second good is the cinematography, man. The cinematography for this movie was dope. I'm not going to be one of the guys that just said it because they don't have nothing else to say. They chose a lens that could see super far out into the distance. And what that does was that gives you depth for when the UFO was coming. It's giving you a gauge of how fast it's moving plus time. Like, is he going to make it to the house in time? Is he going to make it to the car? Like, I like that aspect because you're like, oh man, like look how fast it's moving. You could only get that from the specific lens they were using. Any other person, it would have looked off.
Yeah. Okay. I have to agree with you on the acting. I thought what the actors were given, they showed a lot of charisma, a lot of style to them. We got personalities off the top. My favorite character actually is Keith David. He was Otis Sr.
Goliath.
And just when he steps on the scene, man, that OG acting just shows everybody what's up. You know, we're talking about Keith David, bro. So when he showed that power and that voice, you know, you guys know the joke. You know, if James Earl Jones, the Allstate man, and Keith David speak, you know, and Morgan Freeman, the doors of heaven will open. So
I'm gonna be honest, man. I always respected Keith David, but I didn't realize just how strong his screen presence was until this movie. Because we didn't get a lot of them, but for what we got, I was like, dang, man, he left an impact.
Yeah, he did. So I would say he was my favorite actor out of this whole movie. Also, I like the score. The score kept me engaged with the movie. Every time something happens, the music it blended well with what we got, and I really appreciate that with this movie because a lot of times when you watch film, the scores don't hit. They kind of don't mix in well. Either the score plays over the acting or it plays over the scene, and you don't really get that vibe. And the score really worked with what we were looking at. I also want to add this one in too. Jordan Peele has a very creative eye. And a lot of shots, I was like, yo, that's a good shot. Like Jordan Peele, the scenarios on how they occurred when you're dealing with the UFO, the weather, you know, Daniel Kaluuya and the shadow in his eyes, you know, it get bright. They brighten up the scene. His eye, he's a very great eye when he's directing certain type of suspenseful scenes, and very creative when you're showing us the supernatural, I'll say.
Okay.
Really enjoyed that about the movie.
That's all the good I got.
When you did that, I thought of Bernie Mac. You get 3 minutes. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all you're going to get?
That's
all I got.
Hey. That's all this movie gave, man.
For sure. All right, well, let's get into the bad.
You going first or I'm going first?
You know what? You always the bad guy.
I'll just respect the villain.
I'll go first. I would say first and foremost, this movie is long. Too damn long.
Not a good long either.
So long, it's boring to a point where you're going to look at your phone, you're going to look at your watch, and you're going to know How long have I been in this movie? The movie drags. This movie should not have been 2 hours and 30 minutes. It should have been more of a 1 hour and 40-minute movie. Yeah. That's the first thing I don't like about the movie. Second thing was the script was terrible. And the reason why the script was terrible is because it didn't explain anything. All it did was leave you open for more questions. That's a problem. A lot of people might say otherwise. Oh, you didn't get this. No, I don't got time for all that. When you write movies, stories, books, anything like that, there has to be a 1-2 punch. This movie didn't give us none of that. The only punch that I can think of is when Tommy Hitman Hearn socked Martin into that wall. That's the only punch I got. I don't want to fight no more. You didn't get none of that in this movie. You got a lot of, scenarios, a lot of suspense, but no payoff.
None. Zero payoff.
That's what I got right now.
That's all the bad you got?
No, until you speak, then I'll think of some more.
Oh, my God. Well, if I could piggyback off his bad storytelling, I see a lot of people defend this movie. Oh, well, you probably didn't get it. You got to do this. Stop defending a bad script. I love Jordan Peele. I loved Get Out. I liked Us. A lot of people don't like Us. I loved Us. This movie story was dumb. It's not that you didn't get it. It's a non-functioning story. Whenever you have more questions than you got answers for a movie, it's a bad story.
Yes, it is.
Didn't believe none of their motivations. It didn't even make, not even that I didn't believe it. It didn't make sense.
Now that you said that, I know it's going to come back to me.
Yeah.
Where the people at? Go ahead.
Where are the people, bro? Ain't no police. Nobody else saw this, just the rodeo people. They've been doing this for how many years? Y'all have no questions. What's going on? Motivation was bad. Special effects got a little janky on some scenes when it's dipping and going over the hill. I was like, okay. And the story was all over the place, bro.
Yeah,
and it's just you get nothing. And you get to the last 20, 30 minutes of this film, and you're like, okay, this is the payoff, because everybody want to compare it to Draws.
The big payoff.
Did it?
I paid attention. I'm mad.
And I want my money back.
Look, it had a lot of great elements, but the bad overweighs the good, because the number one thing about a movie is it's not about paying attention. It's about being entertained.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I didn't get nothing. I wasn't entertained. I would never watch this movie again.
Never. Like, I wanted to defend this movie so well, and I had to stop myself, because I shouldn't have to defend the movie. Because maybe when I buy the DVD and I watch the extras, no, I shouldn't have to get that. I should be able to watch a movie the first time and just understand what's going on and feel good about it. I don't.
And we're not average, and it's not to toot our horn. We're not average moviegoers. We are thorough viewers. That's just our nature. We've been doing that since we were kids, so we kind of catch on very quickly to a lot of things. I mean, I figured out what the hell the alien was 30 minutes in. I was like, okay, I paid
You've seen this movie before, but done better. Signs and War of the Worlds.
Yes, and Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And when you grow up watching that kind of stuff, you kind of feed through it very well. But I don't want to make it a massacre on this film. I just didn't have fun watching this. The audience left out blank. No one clapped. No one cared. All they wanted was their ibuprofen and a Coca-Cola to get rid of that headache of confusion and lost.
Yeah. Another bad is the creature's design, like its true form, trash. Bad decisions killed this movie, because it was a high concept. I get that he was being risky, he was experimenting, okay, but you couldn't sit there and watch the movie in the editing room like, we need to change that. That looks silly.
Yeah. And like I said, these are not spoilers. This is just going in and letting you know about the movie. Now, can I tell you what I believe?
Go. Give me something.
And we're going to get a grade.
All right.
I honestly believe that this is the ultimate parody. Y'all know Jordan Peele is, a comedian, a writer. He does sketch comedy. He improvs. This guy's brilliant. And I honestly believe that Jordan Peele has written the best parody to the moviegoers of all time. And it goes all the way back to Get Out. Either, two things. Either Jordan Peele is in a Get Out situation right now, and he has embodied himself with this audience, like we spoke of, and he weird now.
He done hung around. He done hung around too many quote unquote intellectuals trying to imitate them. He done dumbed himself down. They done drained him of his creative juices, and he just gave us this.
Or he is so creative, he's like, I'm going to prove that the human mind will always be a sucker, because once you do something good, right, they'll always love it, no matter what it is. Like kind of like the Star Wars, the MCU fans.
So you think that
fanboys.
This movie is just the ultimate joke to prove that people will like anything because it's supposed to be good?
Exactly.
He calling Keegan right now. Keegan. They're calling it a masterpiece. I can't believe it. Are you serious?
I honestly believe it. Because the way this movie turned out, I can't believe this was written.
Agreed. I on the way back here, I was sitting here thinking like, this feels like a very high concept first draft. And once you get through that second, third, and fourth draft, you're going to have something sharp and efficient. But he was just like, oh, that's good enough.
This can't be considered a masterpiece with too many plot holes.
No.
There's plot holes with scenes. There's plot holes with characters. There's plot holes with locations. There's plot holes with human beings. There's too many plot holes. Now, if you told me they were the last people on Earth, then I'd be like, okay, we rolling with something. You know what I mean? But there was nothing there since the beginning of the movie. So I can't give this movie those type of grades. Let's give this movie a grade. What do you give? Nope.
Man, right off the bat, man, I love Jordan Peele. This was his worst movie. He's going to do better, but this was his worst movie. I can't give this no higher than a 2. And you can thank Keith David for that.
All right. For me, I wasn't entertained. I was dedicated to the movie, watched it from beginning to end, focused. I'm watching, I'm paying attention, waiting for that payoff. I'm waiting for something, and I didn't get it. I felt like a kid who is in a separation with 2 parents and daddy never came home. That's how I feel. I feel like my daddy went and got a box of cigarettes and never came back home. That's how I feel. I feel lost. I feel abandoned. I'm going to give this movie 2 stars out of 5. I'll never go back and watch this movie again.
Never.
Unfortunately, it has some great elements, but those will have to be viewed in a class.
Great elements not enough when the great elements do nothing to the story.
Yeah. And let you guys know, I don't want to hear in the comment section, you got to watch it again, bro.
No.
Just don't do it, because I'm not going to respond to that. I'm not
when
watching it again.
When you watched Get Out again, you understood more, but you still mostly got it the first time.
Yeah.
Watching it again won't do nothing for this film. There's nothing there. We get it. It's soup. Like, where's my main course?
All I'm saying is I won't go back and watch it again. You might as well just tell me what I need to know. But hope you enjoyed the review. We try to keep it as real as possible for you guys without spoiling anything for you guys. If you guys want to take the chance and watch it, go ahead and watch it. That's your choice. I don't recommend anybody go watch it because the studios need to learn.
Yo, and y'all got to be careful too, man. We peeped a few other people reviews. A lot of cats is lying. They trying to get that access media. Cats is lying to y'all. They're afraid to say that Jordan Peele made a bad movie. He made a bad movie, y'all. I'm sorry. And I like him. This won't prevent me from seeing his next film at all. I'm still going to be excited.
Yeah.
He got a stinker this time.
I mean, watch M. Night. How many stinkers he got?
You're right. We kept giving him chances. I'm going to continue to see Jordan Peele movies, support him, pay full price. But this movie was bad.
Yeah. I recommend people take a look at it when it goes on streaming. I don't think it needs to be, people need to pay to watch this. I wouldn't ever go put another $1 back in this product ever again. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm J3.
It's your boy, Sable Rocks.
100,000 subscribers, guys.
Soon.